Now what we have here today is the Volvo XC60 recharge plug-in hybrid. Now it sounds like a mouthful, I know, but I guarantee you it's not a mouthful at all when it comes to its appearance. In fact, I think that the XC60 here is one of the nicest looking SUVs in the segment today. What do you think, John?
I agree, Julian. And this is the car that makes you realize the sound system is very important, and the Harman Kardon system in here is very, very good.
Well, I don't know much about Harman Kardon system. What I do know is with the Thor's hammers headlamps plus its sculpted bonnet, it gives the XC60 a lot of presence on the road it needs to stand out from the crowded segment. You know what? Enough talking. Let's drive this thing.
So this is the all-new Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid. What's
Yes.
so significant about this one?
Well, it's not just plug-in hybrid actually. Volvo calls it the XC60 recharge plug-in hybrid.
Recharge?
Yeah, it's kind of cool because it's actually quite an ambitious plan by Volvo to be, you know, to reduce carbon footprint by 2025.
Okay.
They actually plan to be climate neutral by 2040.
Wow.
Which is what, in 20 years' time?
Yeah, that's ambitious.
It is ambitious, and in line with the company's aim to be climate neutral by 2040, Volvo actually plans to sell 50% of fully electric vehicles and the other 50% of hybrid vehicles.
Wow. Okay.
So it's as good as saying there's no more petrol-driven cars.
Pure petrol-driven car.
Yeah. I actually think that the XC60 is one of the nicest looking models in its segment.
Okay.
I'm talking about, I mean, just as an XC60, not talking about the recharged plug-in hybrid that we're driving, but just an XC60 look-wise, right? It goes up against cars like the X3, the GLC, you know, Q5. All these are good-looking cars, but this actually takes the cake.
Yes.
And if you actually realize, most Volvo cars of today, they look good.
Yes.
The S60 is one of it. This is one of it. Even the XC40, one of my favorites, is just equally handsome.
And yes, compared to the X3, the Q5 and the GLC,
Yeah.
I would say this one just looks slightly ahead of them. Yeah. It has that Scandinavian good looks.
Yeah. And speaking of Scandinavian good looks, I actually feel that Scandinavian design in here in the cabin.
Okay.
I actually feel that it's very minimalistic. And I mean, a lot of cars are they go for the whole minimalistic look right now. I mean, Audi is definitely one of them. And now Volvo, I mean, everything is just this screen, which is apparently 9-inch, it takes center stage and it just dominates everything. What you need to do. It hosts a lot of features and functions inside here. I'm not a big fan of having everything here actually. I like it when certain buttons are available, like for example the aircon vents, right? Yes. Because that's stuff I need to meddle with every day, every time.
Yeah.
And I want my passenger to be able to also meddle with it just to make, you know, him or her comfortable.
Precisely.
Right?
And I think, you know, Volvo is very big on safety. And I think one of the most unsafe things is trying to look at the screen to adjust your air conditioning while driving.
Yes.
And in regular cars with the knobs and everything,
It's
it's
actually
very
easier.
easy to adjust. But for the Volvo, you have to look at the screen.
Nothing beats traditional aircon buttons and
the knobs. Maybe I'm a bit old school. I don't like everything in the screen because it feels very overwhelming.
Okay.
That I have to hunt for things. I mean, maybe it'll take a few more iterations before
They simplify it.
They simplify it or they standardize it.
Right.
I guess it's you want the infotainment system to be kind of like either Windows or Mac, you know.
Yeah, but not their own.
Yeah.
I actually quite like the interior. It feels very calm, very soothing.
Yes.
You know, it's not messy. It's very simple.
Yeah, I like the soft touch materials everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a different type of soft touch material in the sense that they're slightly harder, but it doesn't take away the luxurious feel of it. You know? And I like the paneling here. In some trims, I think you can get it in the wood. type of tone.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah.
But for the plug-in hybrid, it is this futuristic looking metal detailing. Which
I wonder if, because this one looks the same as this one, right? I wonder
Yeah.
if you change this to wood, this will be wood as well.
maybe. Okay, one thing that I don't like is piano black, and there's a lot of piano black.
Fingerprints.
Yeah, you get a lot of fingerprints and
Yeah.
dust looks very obvious on it. I mean, when you get it new,
It's nice.
it makes you very happy that you bought this car and that you have made it, you're in a luxurious car.
Yeah.
But you just need a week or two and then you're like, ugh. I wonder if any car maker can crack the code. How do you put in good looking materials?
Oh, you can actually, I don't know if they can actually do it, but you know how handphones come with like tempered glass matte, right?
Yeah.
You just put that on and your problem's actually solved.
Yeah.
Or maybe that will just mess up the whole touchscreen capability. Yeah.
Matte.
Yeah.
Try.
A few moments later.
Feels very decent.
It's very comfortable and it has so many functions.
Hey, they've got a cleaning cloth, lah.
Oh, okay.
That's ridiculous.
They know you need a cleaning
2
cloth.
seconds hold. It blacks out the screen for you to clean.
Nice.
Cleaning cloth by Volvo. It even instructs you. So just clean this.
Okay, I guess that
Well,
solves your
okay,
problem
yeah,
of
I think-
finding a right.
Okay, well, press home button, turn screen on, perfect. So,
Okay, I get.
so I think they did think about this, lah.
I guess, or they know that the
Yeah.
gloss black
Yeah, I think people might.
and
might
the
have,
and the
yeah.
huge screen just attracts all the.
Yeah,
all the fingerprints.
So okay, well, problem solved.
Okay, I guess credit to them. They
Yeah.
they take care of their drivers this way.
I wonder if this comes standard. I think this comes standard, right? I'm sure you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, it'll be a crime if it
Yeah.
doesn't come standard.
Be injustice, man. But yeah, okay, now the screen is back to normal again, clean, perfect.
Next thing, gear shifter. I think it's a controversial choice.
I'm not a big fan of this gear shifter actually. I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan because okay, so just now I had a bit of problem moving off because I thought that I was already in drive with one touch pull, but apparently not. One touch from park brings you down to neutral. You got to do it again in order for you to be in drive.
Yeah.
So from drive to reverse is actually 2 touches. So it's D and R.
Yes.
So it's just
Yeah, it can be quite dangerous because yes, if you're assuming it was you were in
one-
drive,
yeah.
you might have been in reverse.
Yeah.
One interesting thing about the start-stop engine, it's not even a button now, it's a knob because you don't press it, you turn it.
yeah.
Is when you turn off the engine, the info screen in front of you doesn't turn off until you open the car doors.
Right.
So it takes some getting used to because
Yeah.
you're not actually sure.
You're not sure if it's actually completely switched off.
Yeah,
and more so for this, right?
Yeah,
because
because
it's completely quiet.
it's a hybrid
Yeah.
that can have a pure electric mode.
Yeah.
So you're not sure if the car is actually truly off until you open the doors. Yeah.
When I started the car, I actually switched it on without realizing that it was switched on, and I forgot it was a plug-in hybrid.
Yes.
And I accidentally switched it off again, thinking
Yeah.
that it's already on. But
Yeah.
it's not. So I had to do it. So that sort of happens, especially with this car. It's a little bit more. I wouldn't say confusing, but it's a
It
little bit
takes getting
trickier.
used to
Yeah.
really know your car. Moving to the back seat, I would say that it's not the widest. So when you fit 3 at the back, it's not a it's not a terrible squeeze, but nonetheless, the middle passenger won't feel
as
comfortable because the middle seat is flanked by the humps of
Oh,
the side
right.
seats. So
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, so your thighs feel these 2 humps. So if you're sitting in the middle, you have to be a bit slimmer.
Yes.
And the aircon vents, traditionally aircon vents are
In the center.
in the center, but for the XC60, it's on the sides. For the boot, this is where it is slightly behind the competition. It's
Okay.
505 liters.
Okay.
The X3, Q5, GLC, they all have 550. Incidentally, the shooting brake that we reviewed week
It's
back,
also 505.
yes. So it's weird, you expect an SUV to have more
Okay, but
boot
that
space.
said, right,
Yeah.
that lesser amount of boot space might actually help in getting more rear seats, more rear room. I think this is actually a very sweet spot. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just nice. It looks good.
The opening is nice and regular. There's no load lid, so You're right. It's sometimes not about the amount of space, but the amount of usable space.
Yes.
And I would say this is quite a practical, regular shape.
Do they have electric tailgate? Does this?
Yes,
come with-
it does. It
Oh,
does, and
okay.
it's you have the kick sensor as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that's very useful.
So how does it feel?
For the steering, I would say it is very, very light.
Oh.
To me, and I don't think it's a bad thing per se. I'm just used to something heavier, and I could imagine you want to be more comfortable, right? A lighter steering is actually pretty welcome.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the handling wise, I think this is pretty accurate, and for a car of this size,
Yeah.
I think the steering is nice and responsive, albeit a bit light. How about you when you were steering it?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit light. I would like it to be slightly heavier, but again, I mean, buyers of this car wouldn't prioritize that,
Yeah.
right?
It's all about comfort, and comfort is not having to fight your steering wheel.
Yeah, but that too.
Actually, what's the engine like for this car?
Okay, so it's slightly different because it's a plug-in hybrid, right? So there's an
Okay.
electric motor that combines its output with the T8 petrol engine. So
Okay.
it gives you a maximum output of some 402 brake horsepower and a whooping 640 Newton meters of torque, which is mountain moving, if you ask me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of torque.
And it
man.
completes what? It completes a century sprint in just 5.3 seconds, which you are into the territory of like some hot hatch really,
Yeah.
right?
And this is not a small car.
Yeah, exactly.
2 tons.
But I tell you again, it being a plug-in hybrid, I've got to say this, right? On paper, it's supposed to give you some 2.2 liters per 100 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are quite far off because I noticed we are like 10.5 liters per 100 km.
2.2 liters per 100 km.
That's damn ridiculous. I think they really tested it with like one person driving, mirrors folded, no aircon, windows up, you know, the kind of thing.
Yeah. Julian, as with every car review, there is will buy, won't buy, and go try.
Okay.
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 Do you have an answer?
I actually have a couple of answers. Can I actually give two?
Try to give one, but you can
Okay,
explain.
okay,
You can explain.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, all right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Go
try.
try.
All right.
Okay.
Why go try?
It's go try for me because plug-in hybrids aren't for everyone. I mean, it's for me. I'm all for electric cars, all for hybrid cars, and plug-in hybrid actually gives me the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And it's greener, which is always a good thing. Socially responsible, which is an even better thing.
Yeah.
However, it comes at a cost of $290,000.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, look, it's arguable. Personally, I would say don't buy, because if I buy the T5 regular XC5 variant, it will only cost me $202,000. If I have a little bit more moolah, I will probably get the T6R design
Yes.
XC60, which would be some $240,000.
Yes.
Still, we're talking about a range of $100,000 or $50,000 lesser than this car that we're driving. So is it really worth it, that $100,000? I will get the base model T5. I don't need the R design. I mean, the R design comes with the R design steering wheel, sports pedals, a little bit of exterior changes, but
The engine.
and the engine as well.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, if I wanna buy a car like this, right? It's all about comfort and safety, and Volvo
Yes.
provides you exactly that with the XC60.
Yes.
Yes, this car comes with slightly more functions and stuff. I mean, it gives you several different driving modes, like pure, which is just pure electric, hybrid, individual power. But like I said, all these aren't exactly necessary if I were to be a buyer of this car. What about you?
Yeah. Completely agree with what you just said. For the plug-in hybrid, some people just don't have a power point where they park their cars every night.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about
so
that.
so it's not
actually,
for
that's a good
everyone. That's one.
Yep.
But I must say the hybrid works very well at the start-stop traffic.
Yeah.
When the engine cuts off,
Yeah.
the car still moves on immediately with its hybrid power, and it's very smooth. I like that part about it. But you're right, for $290,000, that's $50,000 more than the T6
Yes.
variant. it's just too much for me to swallow.
It's quite a fair bit, right?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, this car is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was the base model that we are reviewing, or the T6 variant,
Yes.
it would be a
Must buy.
Yeah, must buy.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. But I mean,
Yeah, but for $290,000 for the plug-in hybrid, you
very
must
hard to
really
swallow.
want to save the earth.
yeah.
You must really want
Yeah,
to
I
want
have
to
to
do it.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys agree with us?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us in the comment box below whether or not you will buy, won't buy, or go try the XC60 Recharge plug-in hybrid model. And
Yes.
please don't forget to like our YouTube channel as well as subscribe. You have to subscribe because this way it gives us a little bit. It's actually easier for us to connect with you guys and to
Yeah.
relate stuff, and we can actually hear your feedback.
Yeah, 70% of our viewers are not subscribed, and
Yeah, they still watch our stuff, but
Yeah.
subscribing just makes it a lot easier for us to
Reach out to you.
guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not
we don't have
depend
to-
on the YouTube gods.
yes, yes. We know that YouTube is pushing the videos to you guys, but we just want it to be a more direct connection.
Yep.
So subscribe.
And don't forget to hit the bell notification button so that you will be notified every time we upload new videos.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Till next time.
Till next time.